Any other report out? Is that it, Superintendent?
No, that's it,
That's
President, I think.
Okay. All right. I do have an item for the President's report out tonight. We did have a very significant conversation last time at our last meeting regarding this future of ECCL and Annie Yates, and we heard from a significant segment of our community with some real serious concerns about whether to co-locate or whether to continue Annie Yates. And I have had some additional conversations with some of those folks and given it some additional thought myself, as I promised I would do, and I know other members of the board promised they would do as well. We have not discussed it as a group. And at the time I did express that it was my understanding that we were so far down the road, months away from moving into the ECCL site, that it was too late to change direction, even if we wanted to. I have since reconsidered, and I've heard testimony from folks, and I think I've changed my mind, and do think it is worth, if we can do it in a civil and open-minded way, it is worth having a conversation about whether we could or should co-locate a K-12 facility at ECCL or create some other configuration whereby K-3 or K-5 might continue to exist at Annie Yates, either on a temporary or a longer-term basis. There are a number of questions that possibility raises. First off, what, if any, additional cost would that incur for the district? We are not in a position where we can incur significant additional costs very easily. What is the impact on the level of service that we can provide to our students? The theory of a K-12 co-location is to be able to provide wraparound services with a library, with our food services, with our school-based health center, with our wellness center, with our rec center. How well could we continue to provide all those services if we're on two different campuses? I think that's a significant question for me. It also was evident to me from some of the conversation that new people have come into the district, new parents, and they're not familiar with the design of the ECCL site, the separation between the campuses, the space available. And I think that there are the benefits, at least according to research or other experience in the Bay Area, of co-locating facilities. So I think there's some additional questions and information that would benefit the additional conversation with the community. There are other questions, and I don't have all of them, but what I do intend to put on the agenda at the next board meeting is a discussion item with the rest of the board to identify what the questions are and to propose a series of study sessions in which we as a community have a conversation about co-location or how we would proceed if we separated our facilities, and what's the best for our students, what's the best for our community, what's the best opportunities for enrollment and growth going forward. I'm not interested in having a debate about the past or what a past board of a different configuration of 5 people did or didn't do, or why we're here. And I'm not interested in a political spectacle. And if that's where this is going to go, I think the rest of the board and I don't have an interest in having that conversation. I am interested in seeing if there is a way to have a productive civic conversation and come to a community consensus. Not everyone is going to agree with anything we do, but a community consensus of what is the best way to move forward together. So that is my report. I do plan to put that discussion item on the agenda, and we'll see where that goes at our next meeting.
May I just add one thing for the board? I presented some numbers at the last meeting, and those numbers I presented did not include any heavy analysis of different configurations between one site versus the other. So I appreciate the time that we can have and staff can have to do a better analysis of that. So I just wanted to say that.
Okay, then. No, we don't have public comment on items. It's not an agenda item for comment. It's a report. Mr. Donahue, I know you want to.
Do you allow public comment?
No, I won't, because you do this every week, and you're the only person, and it is not a proper item for public comment. You had the public comment period, and then we're going to have action items, and you can comment on those. We're moving on to F1, which is